Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another story. It's a good one and one that could have gotten me into lots of trouble. This one is about the time I almost got caught selling some special candy at school. So, a bit of context, the school I went to was technically a trade school that offered students their core classes as well as trade, such as IT, IMM, aviation, and other things of that nature. Um, and this was in 2015, which was a pretty solid year for me, in my opinion. I turned 18. I was a junior in high school still. I know what you might be thinking, like, Bailey, if you were 18, aren't you supposed to be a senior at that time? Yeah, you're right. I was supposed to be a senior, but I got expelled in 7th grade and ended up failing the year, but that's a story for another time, so let's not worry about that right now. Um, but I'm letting you know how old I was because if I got caught doing what I did, I could have gotten into lots of trouble. Um, but since I was 18, I had some older friends that I met through some family, and these older friends were actually huge fucking potheads. Huge potheads. They actually grew their own plants and they made their own stuff out of it, such as edibles, cookies, brownies, muffins, tea, and more importantly to the story, candy, such as chocolate and flavored hard candies. So I would go to these guys' house almost every day, literally almost every day after school or in my downtime. I would just go over there and hang out with them. I would help them trim their plants, help them make goodies, help them make dabs, and we would smoke the whole time. And it was just a good time for me when my super heavy smoking days. So, for the help I always gave them and me always being around and just hanging out, they gave me a gallon Ziploc bag full of these flavored candies for free. They just gave it to me. And when I say full, I mean the bag could barely zip close, so there was probably about 1,500 pieces of candy in this bag that they gave me. And I was just amazed by how much they just gave me for free, and had no clue what to do with all this. So when I got home, um, I call up one of my buddies. I was like, "Hey man, I got this entire bag of special candy, and I'm not gonna keep calling my friend. We'll call him Ryan, and if he could help me out with it." And I explained everything and how I got it and everything, and he just didn't believe me. He was like, "There's no fucking way someone gave you that much for free." But I explained everything, and he ended up believing me, and he said he could help me get rid of it. So I probably keep about 200 of these just for myself, and I plan to give away and sell the rest because why not make a little money if I can, you know? Um, so the next, like, I want to say 2 days, word spread pretty quickly that I had these candies, and I had a bunch of friends wanting to buy some, as well as some of their friends, so just people that I knew. So I told everybody I'll bring what they wanted to the upcoming field day. And if you guys don't know what it is, I'm sure you do, but this field day was a chance for everybody to meet each other, like all the different classes from the different schools and the teachers and all that. They had music, they had food, they had games, and just generally it's just supposed to be a social gathering of such. And that's exactly what I did on the field day. I got up, went to school, went to class, and then probably about an hour after just sitting around, hanging out, talking before everything, Ryan asked if I had it. Of course, I say yeah. And we all walk outside. I ended up bringing the rest of the candy and walking around finding my friends who wanted to buy it off me, and everything went great. I had no problems. We were all hanging out, eating some of the candies, playing games, listening to music, eating food, and it was just generally a really, really good day. And everything went perfectly fine, and that's it. For that day anyway, until the next day. The next day started as any other. Got up, got dressed, ate two of the candies, and walked to the main high school to get on the bus to go to the trade school. Bus ride normal, perfectly fine. I get to the trade I was in, and waited for class to start. After about 30 minutes of our 2 hour class, there's a knock at the door. And this is odd because usually we didn't get interrupted during class, and the school resource officer was there, which is uh, a cop essentially that they station at the school. Um, Talking to the teacher for a minute, and then after they're done talking, my teacher comes up to me and tells me they want me in the office and to bring my bag. Now, at this point, guys, I start freaking out inside. I'm like, fuck. Somehow they know. I'm totally fucked. But I try to look calm as I went with him because I didn't want him to see me freaking out and thinking that I had something to hide. Um, so we get to the office, and the principal starts asking me questions. He asked me if I've been selling anything lately. And I just played dumb, like I didn't know what he was talking about. Uh, he then asked me, "Are you sure you're not selling any weed candy?" Again, on the inside, I'm shitting my pants. I thought they had proof, and that I was totally fucked, and then that I was about to get arrested. But again, I denied it. I played dumb, saying saying of course not. Lying through my fucking teeth. Um, they asked to search me, and I let them because luckily for me, all the candy was gone, and I left all the money back at home. And so I agreed. I gave them my bag, which they emptied out. They took everything out. They looked through my notebooks. They even took the batteries out of my mini speaker, like I had something in there. They looked through my pockets. They had me take off my shoes and my socks, everything, just giving me the works. But they didn't find anything. So after they didn't find nothing on me, they wanted to search my locker. So I took them to my locker. And again, they didn't find anything because I didn't have anything with me. Just an old hoodie and some books was in there, maybe some trash. After that, they said I can go back to class. All right, so I did. And I was just thinking, thank fuck I didn't bring any more of the personal candy or the money I had. But as I was back in class, I was thinking to myself, how the fuck did they find out? Ryan asked me what happened. I told him, and he was kind of got a look on his face like, oh fuck. I asked him, what's up? And he told me that he thinks someone snitched on me and he's pretty sure he knows who it was. So I asked him, and he said, hold on, I ain't going to tell you yet. Let me just confirm something, and I'll let you know later. So later on, after the day's over, I go home. I'm still thinking, how the fuck did they find out? And I get a text from Ryan, and he's like, hey, I was right. Someone snitched on you. I asked him who, and he told me who it was. And it was somebody he went to school with at his main school. And I'm not going to say his real name. We'll just call him, let's just say Brian. Brian. We'll just call him Brian for now. Now, Brian was just a little bitch. I hated this kid so much. He acted like your friend, and then he would go and snitch on you later, and I don't know what his problem was. I think his dad was like a cop or something. Maybe he got caught with it, and then he was just trying to rub the blame off somebody else. I'm not 100% sure, but I knew it was this kid. I got some other stories about him, and we can probably get into some of those later, but for the moment, we're talking about this time. So I confronted this dude, and I asked him, I was like, did you fucking snitch on me for selling candies? Like, bro, you fucking bought some off of me. And he was like, no, it wasn't me. I swear, blah, blah, blah. And Ryan was standing there with me as I confronted him, and he's like, bullshit, I know you did, because my mom talked to your dad, and he said you got caught with the candies, and I know that you would have snitched. And he's like, look, man, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to get in trouble, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you didn't want to get in trouble for your actions, so you're going to throw me under the bus and get me in 10 times more trouble for selling fucking pot candy to the entire school. All right, thanks a lot, dickhead. But after that, I just knew not to fucking trust this dude. And I have a couple other more stories of him that I could probably tell later. But for now, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Moral of the story is, don't do what I did. I could have gotten into so much trouble. do not sell any kind of drugs at school. Even if it is just pot candy, it doesn't matter. Um, I just got super lucky, super lucky. They didn't have any solid proof that it was me. So moral of the story is, like I said, don't do what I did. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Come back next time, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed yourself and want to hear more stories. I'll see y'all later. Peace.